Hello, my dear friend. Thank you for stopping by at my channel. You must have noticed that apart from playing and teaching music, I also have a keen interest in editing videos. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments box about what you think about the production quality of this video and if you think I could get better or if you think something needs to be improved. And of course, since you're here, it would be a great help if you would click the subscribe button and stay updated on all the new content that I put on the Taalmagic channel. Let's get to the video. Namaskar and welcome to another video in the Riyaz time series with Taalmagic. In today's video, we will learn a simple Kayda based on the bowl Tirakita. This Kayda would be very useful for new Tabla learners, especially if you're appearing for any Tabla exam with some of these prominent institutions like the Prayag Sangeet Samiti or the Akhil Bharatiya Gandharva Mahavidyalaya, which is based out of Maharashtra. In these examinations, you're supposed to play a Kayda with the Tirakita phrase and follow it with 3 to 4 paltas and end with a tiyahee. And in this video, that's exactly what we are going to learn. I will teach you a simple Teentaal Kayda with the Tirakita phrase. And we'll play first the Kayda face, which is the main composition. And then I will teach 4 paltas for this Kayda, which uses the same bowls or the same syllables which are used in the Kayda phase. One by one, we will learn each palta, how to play it, how to execute it, and then I'll show you the tiyahee. I have split this tutorial into 2 parts. This is the first part where we learn the Kayda itself and each of its paltas. And in the second part, we will work on practicing that Kayda where I will play each piece continuously for 2 to 3 minutes, and all you need to do is take out your tabla and play along with me for the entire duration of the video, and that would count as one practice session for you. The more sessions you do, the better you're going to become and the more successful you will be in your examination. So let's get started. The bowl of this Kayda is very short and simple. It is Dha Tirakita, Dha Tirakita, Dhinna, Dha Ti Dhage, Tinna Kinna, Ta Tirakita, Tinna, Dha Ti Dhage, Dhinna Ginna. Now let's see how that fits into Teentaal. Dha Tirakita, Dhinna, Dhati Dhage, Tinna Kinna, Ta Tirakita, Tinna, Dhati Dhage, Dinna Ginna. Alright, so that fits in our 16 matra framework. In an exam, when we present a Kayda, there is a format, and that format is you start with the Teentaal Theka and then play one round of the Kayda at a slow speed. We call it the Mool Lay or Tha Lay. And after that one round, you go to the Dugun speed, which is the double speed. Play that, and then you start all the paltas one after the other, and then again play the phase one time. Depending on the length of the Kayda, you may require to cut it to half the phase, which is the first half, or play the full phase. Once you play that, you have to end it with the tiyahee and eventually come back to Sam, which is the first matra of your entire cycle. So in the case of Teentaal 16 beats, when you come back to the beat number 1, it is Sam. I'm going to set my lehra at a reasonably slow speed. It is typical Madhyalaya speed. Let's put it at 95 beats per minute so that it's convenient for all new learners who are going to learn this Kayda. Now, I assume that you already know how to play the tabla and you are very comfortable playing Teentaal Theka. Alright, if you don't know that, then this video is a little above your level at this moment. I would recommend you go back and first practice Teentaal. If you look up my channel, there are practice videos for Teentaal for playing as well as Padhant. Do check them out. I hope you'll find them useful. All right, so let's get started. Tirakita dhinna dhati dhage tinna kinna tirakita tinna dhati dhage tinna kinna. So this was the face. I'm going to stop the lehra now. And now let's learn how to play this. First step is to remember we will use 3 fingers for playing Tirakita, that is Tirakita, like this. Now the bowl was Dha Tirakita Dhinna. So and the second part was Dhati Dhage Tinna Kinna. The third line was Ta Tirakita Tinna. And the fourth line was Dhati Dhage Dhinna Gin. So now when we play it all together, so that's your face. Once you've practiced this, of course, you can practice this with the part 2 of this video. Then comes the first palta. In many Kaydas, or let's say most Kaydas, the first palta is also known as the dohra. Dohra in Hindi means to repeat. So basically you take the same composition of the Kayda and play it in 4 different ways, as in the same line ends with a dhinna, then with a tinna, and then a khali, and then with a dhinna again. So in this case, our palta number 1 is going to be very simple. It is Dha Tirakita dhinna dhati dhage dhinna ginna. That's the first part. Then Dha Tirakita dhinna dhati dhage tinna kinna. That is the second part. Ta Tirakita tinna tati take tinna kinna. That's the third part. And finally Dha Tirakita dhinna dhati dhage dhinna ginna. This is the final part. Let's play it once and see how that sounds. Dha Tirakita dhinna dhati dhage dhinna ginna. Dha Tirakita dhinna dhati dhage tinna kinna. Ta Tirakita tinna tati take tinna kinna. Dha Tirakita dhinna dhati dhage tinna kinna. I hope you got that. Now let's look at the second palta. Before we proceed, here is an interesting thing about paltas. A palta is nothing but rearranging the same bowls of the Kayda into different combinations and see what you come up with. Of course, there is one small rule: each phrase must end in the same way the main Kayda ends. So if the main line ends with a tinna or dhinna, everything ends with the same thing. If it ends with a tinna ginna, dhinna ginna, then everything ends similarly. It's like a poem where every stanza has to rhyme with the previous one. So let's look at palta number 2. The second palta goes like this. Dha dha tirakita, dha dha tirakita, dhinna ginna, dhinna ginna. Dha tirakita, dhinna, dhati dhage, tinna kinna. Tata tirakita, tinna kinna, tinna kinna. Dha tirakita, dhinna, dhati dhage, dhinna ginna. So let's see how that plays out. Dha dha tirakita, dhinna ginna, dhinna ginna. Dha tirakita, dhinna, dhati dhage, tinna kinna. Tata tirakita, tinna kinna, tinna kinna. Dha tirakita, dhinna, dhati dhage, dhinna ginna. Now let's look at the third palta. Now the third palta might be a little tricky. It is Tirakita dhinna, dha tirakita dha, tirakita dhinna, tirakita dhinna. Dha tirakita dhinna, dhati dhage, tinna kinna. Tirakita tinna, ta tirakita tinna, tirakita tinna. Dha tirakita dhinna, dhati dhage, dhinna ginna. Let's hear it on the tabla. Tirakita dhinna, dha tirakita dhinna, tirakita dhinna, dha tirakita dhinna, dhati dhage, tinna kinna. Tirakita tinna, ta tirakita tinna, tirakita tinna. Dha tirakita dhinna, dhati dhage. I hope you all are with me so far and enjoying this lesson. Let's look at the fourth and the last palta for this Kayda. The fourth palta is Dhati dhage dhinna tirakita, dhati dhage dhinna tirakita, dhinna ginna, dhinna tirakita, dhati dhage, tinna kinna. Tati take tinna tirakita, tati take tinna tirakita, dhinna ginna, dhinna tirakita, dhati dhage, dhinna ginna. So let's hear it on the tabla. Dhati dhage dhinna tirakita, dhati dhage dhinna tirakita, dhinna ginna, dhinna tirakita, dhati dhage, dhinna kinna. Tati take tinna tirakita, tati take tinna tirakita, dhinna ginna, dhinna tirakita, dhati dhage, dhinna ginna. I hope you got that too. So now that we have done 4 paltas, the next step in presenting a Kayda is to end it with a tiyahee. So that's a very graceful way to end the Kayda. So before we end the tiyahee, we have to play the face one time, and then finally we play the tiyahee, which is basically the same phrase repeated 3 times. So here is the face and the tiyahee. Dha tirakita dhinna, dhati dhage tinna kinna. Ta tirakita tinna, dhati dhage dhinna ginna. Dha dha tirakita dha. 1. Dha dha tirakita dha. 1. Dha dha tirakita dha. Now let me just quickly explain that you're not supposed to say one. This word one is just to tell you how much gap to leave between each palla or each phrase of the tiyahee. So the amount of time it takes to say one is how much you need to pause. In the initial days when you're learning, say that one quietly in your mind. So dha dha tirakita dha. Da da tirakita da tirakita da. Dha dha tirakita, dha dha tirakita, dha. Now, as you gain more and more experience and as your quality of playing improves, you can do that little gap by, rubbing your palm on the dagga and doing this. Do that effect so that it takes up that space. But this is something which will come with practice and over a period of time. So let's hear this full Kayda one time with the lehra so that you get an idea of what you're going to be working on when we get to the practice part of this lesson. I'm going to start the lehra now, and I will do the full format. I'll play the Theka one round, then the Ek Gun Lay one round, and then go to Dugun, and then go to Palta, and then go to the Tiyahee. I hope you enjoyed learning this Kayda. Please tune in to part 2 of this video for doing the regular practice of this Kayda and performing fantastically in your exams where they ask you to play a simple Tirakita Kayda. I hope you find value in this Riyaz time series content that I'm putting out. Do let me know in the comments if you find these videos useful. It would mean a great deal to me. Of course, do click the subscribe button if you're coming here for the first time, and do not forget to share this video with your friends and family who might find it equally valuable. I wish you all the best. See you in part 2 of this video.